Alicia with Kentucky Sass Stitches. Thanks for joining me today. I hope everybody is happy, having a great Labor Day weekend. Sorry about that. Got the glasses on the head, which means probably at some point in this video, I'll be looking for my glasses. Wave to me on your end if you think you see them, because I lose everything. I'm one of the people that you've heard about that has been talking on the phone while frantically looking for the phone. But anyway, I digress. So, thank you guys for visiting with me today. It is Saturday, the 4th of September. I have been on a little summer vacay. So, I've just been lazing around the house, working and hanging out. But I missed making these. I want to say thank you for hanging in there with me. I am back and ready to rumble. And I've got some new visitors and some new subscribers, and that makes me so happy. I really enjoy doing these videos, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. So today I'm going to tell you a couple of things. Well, first of all, I have got my Grand Canyon shirt on, and I guess it's backwards. My husband said I'm filming backwards, but anyway, pretend it's not backwards. Grand Canyon. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but I actually lived on the south rim of the Grand Canyon for 6 years. I met my husband there, and my son was born in Flagstaff. So this is a new shirt, but since it had the Grand Canyon, I just had to get it. And what a cool place to live. If you guys get to visit, you really should, and you should stay more than one day. It's just beautiful there. And I worked at the El Tovar. I was a Harvey girl. I also worked at the Yavapai for a little bit, but it was just lovely. I had a great time, enjoyed it, met so many people from so many different walks of life. And I did meet some Indians that were Hopi, and one's father was a medicine man, and we did give him off when they had holidays. So those counted for holidays for him. But it was just a great experience. I mean, I'm from Vico, Kentucky, so to go and live in the Arizona, which is wonderful. Arizona is beautiful throughout Arizona. But I just had a great time and enjoyed it. And then my husband was lucky enough, he got to meet me and marry me there. We were married in Las Vegas, but he got to meet me there. So that's why I've got my Grand Canyon shirt on, and it's one of my new things. And the other thing I want to tell you about goes to some people that that are in the Crockpot crew that I love, and they have taught me a new way of stitching. And if you're not doing this, give it a try. I was doing the loop method, and I guess when you do the loop method, you do not get as much variegation with your fancy floss. And that's what I had been doing. That's what I'd done forever. And now I'm doing what they call a pin stitch. With a pin stitch, if it's, let's say you're doing 2 over 2. I don't know if you could do it on less than that, but if you're doing 2 over 2, you're going to come up in the middle hole. So you're going to make like almost, I would call it a quarter stitch. You're going to come up in the middle with the eye of the needle coming up through your fabric. You're going down. When I do it, I go down in the right hole at the top. So my second hole at the top. Then I come back up through the bottom left hole and then back down again in the top right. And then you're stitching. That's your first. And then you're stitching. And that way you don't have to hide your threads, run your threads under, or anything like that. Now, Sharon Batchert, who's my lovely friend, and her husband has been in the hospital with COVID, so please send them good love and good vibes and many prayers. We're hoping he gets to come home tomorrow, but she taught me the pin stitch. And Sharon also told me she learned, I don't know if it was Sharon or Crystal, but one of them told me they learned how to do Vonna, who's great and just wonderful. She does wonderful tutorials. If you have not watched Vonna, please go over and watch her. She's a wonderful finisher, and just her brain, she just knows so much, and she can really learn a lot from her. But what she does when she stitches is she comes up with the eye of the needle, and then back down when she's stitching. Now, I started doing that, and you can really tell I do not have as many knots. My floss lays 100% better. So check out Vonna. But what you're doing is whichever hole you're coming up in. Now, I come up in, when I start, I do left, and then I finish with my right. So the last piece of my stitch is I come up in the right hole, go down in the left corner at the top. So I do with my eye now. Every time I'm just always, instead of bringing the point of the needle up, when I stitch now, I am bringing the eye of the needle up through my fabric. If this doesn't make sense and you want clarification, I can draw it next time on a sheet of paper and you can see what I mean. So let me know in the comments if that made no sense at all. Excuse me, I've been outside all morning. But those are my good things. So give those a try. And if you have any ideas, if you've heard of something, a way to finish things that you want me to check into and find out, let me know, and I'd be happy, you know, to do that and try to find out some stuff, some information to pass along to you. So today we are going just to get right in. I'm going to show you my whips first, because really I've only been working on, I finished one thing, so I do have one finish, and I'm going to show you one of my whips. I can't show you. It's the round robin I'm doing with the Crockpot crew, and I have Tony's this time to be working on, and it's our lasting friendship. It's a blackbird design, and I'm so excited. Everybody picked, we all have the same design, but we each picked our own fabric and our own floss. And I love mine. I just really, mine to me is gorgeous. But everybody's is different, and it is so cool to see. And it's so cool because they're different colors, and I never would have picked some of these colors, but seeing the way they're coming together, it's amazing to me, and I really love it. If you have a group of people, you should do a round robin. You guys decide on a design that you guys just love, and then one person will, you each get the pattern, you each get your floss, you each get your fabric, and then you pass it around. Now, we're lucky because Steph and Katie are in our group, and Steph is like Miss Organization 19 bazillion. And Katie is also like so technical and knows how to do everything. Like, I'm fly by the seat of your pants. These two women are just, they got it going on. And what Katie did is she took our design and we broke it down. She broke it down into, so there would be, there's 9 of us, but I think it would go out then to the 8. We each did the border, there's 2 borders here, one on the outside and then one on the inside. So we each did our own borders, and then it went out to the first person. Then after we figured out how many weeks Katie did, and then we pass it to the next person. So it makes a round rotation, and we want them finished. So when we go to the dunes in Michigan in October, that we should have them all finished. So it's wonderful, and I can't wait to see everybody's, because just, you know, what I've seen, I just am amazed. I mean, in this community, the talent among everybody, I mean, I just love everything I see. I want it. I'm like, I'm in love with that. I need it. You know, I need it. I need it. I need it. So what you guys should do, get yourself a little group. We have 9 in our group. You could do as many or as little as you want. If it's 3, if it's 2, you know, get yourself and do a round robin. It doesn't matter the size of the design. It's just something you all are comfortable with. So I would definitely say do that, because then you got something in your house that everybody's worked on. And I mean, how precious is that? What a treasure. So I would recommend it. Get yourself those. And moving on, but that's the one thing I'm working on. That's one of my whips. I am working on, I don't know if you can see this. This is Primrose by Stacy Nash. I hope you can see him. I love him. And I take him to work with me so I can work on him. So he is one of the whips I'm working on. And honestly, I couldn't find my sheet, so I don't know The fabric, I know it's probably 32, and I'm doing 2/2 with called for colors. And I lost him somewhere. But anyway, he's really cute. And she has a cat, and I can't remember what else. I wanted to say it's called the Animal Crackers. I don't know what I did with, well, of course, it's sitting right here by me. So this is him when he's finished. There you go. So his name is Primrose, and it is called Animal Crackers. So I know there's several in this series, but I just loved him. I love the lace that's around his neck, that little pink ribbon. And he's going to be a stand-up. So I loved him. Now, I do have one finish, and I worked my butt off to get this finished, let me just tell you. This is Though He Seemeth Sleeping. I don't know if you can see that at all. This is Becky Noland reproduction. And the little girl that did this was 11 years old. I mean, I honestly can't imagine. And the floss that she would have had available to her in the fabric. I'm just so in awe of these young girls and how gorgeous their stitching was. I hope you guys can see this. But here is my piece. And I did put, and let me know what your all's thoughts are, because I didn't know. Everybody's thoughts on a sampler is different. I use the Call for Floss, Gentle Arts, and I did put the little girl's name and the date she stitched it. These are not, this isn't necessarily my palette. I like darker colors. So these are a little bit more colorful actually than what I usually use. I did at the bottom, I left fabric only at the bottom in the crowns. I just didn't like the white so much in there. So I just left that. And I love it. This piece is probably the piece that I've stitched that I love the most. And I said that last year about the pumpkin piece that I did. And it was, it's my fall piece that I sent to Faye Rigsby. And she finished it for me. If you have any finishing, Faye is amazing. She is excellent finisher and just a good eye. So if you have any finishing, Faye Rigsby is just wonderful. I would recommend her to anybody. So that's my finish. Those are the two whips I'm working on. I do have other whips. I'm just not working on them right now. So I wanted to try to get some things done. And I am participating in September is Spooky September or Spooktacular with Goose and Java Girl. And I love both of these ladies. Java Girl, wow, she is quite a finisher herself. So, but it's Spooky September, and I am working on a Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. I've got the house finished, but I don't have it here with me. But I don't have the three little goblins that are running to get the candy. So check out Goose and Java Girl, and you can get in. It's just a fun game. They have giveaways. You show what you're working on. I think today was use a GIF and show your favorite movie, your favorite Halloween movie. So it's just kind of fun, and it's, just fun with other stitchers. Now, I've got so much stuff where I have not actually been with you guys lately. I have so much stuff. So I want to do a shout out, and again, let me know what you guys think. If you have an LNS that you would like me to do a shout out for, or recommend, for us in different states to go visit, I would love that. I visited, and I hope you guys can see this, Fancy Works in Bloomington, Indiana. Diana is the owner. And I'm stealing this idea from some other floss tubers. They wrote down the name of the of people who they were shouting out. So I don't know how to make this where you guys can see it. But anyway, if you can write backwards, woohoo. But anyway, her name is Diana. She's the owner. It's Fancy Works is the name of her shop. I hope this is giving you time to take a photo if you're interested and write down her number. She has a lovely, lovely shop. I mean, I bought silks there, and she's just a wonderful lady. And, you know, show her some love. If you're in that area, please stop in. If you don't have an LNS and you want to order, I would definitely, she keeps everything on her computer. She knows what's in there, what she has. I have ordered from her, it's called the Book of Days by Needlework Press. And that's what I'm going to use next year for my calendar and to keep a record of what I'm stitching. So I have a better record to share with y'all when I'm sitting down doing these instead of saying, I don't know. But anyway, and, oh, she also has, I want to say it's going to be in March, but, and this is where Vanna lives in Indiana. And I think Vanna has visited her shops and has gone to her retreat before. There is a state park, and they have, she's going to have a retreat there. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be in March. I don't know if Vanna is going, no clue on that. But I know I'm going to go, and some of my other friends are going to try to go to this as well. And she said, you know, there'll be maybe not even be any classes. It may just be get together and stitch. There may be classes. She just wasn't sure. You know, last year she was going to have it, and with COVID, it had to be canceled. So I'm not sure, but you can check with her on the retreat. I don't know the name of it, the park name or anything like that, but I do hope to go to it. And we visited her, Jennifer Ketterman, Bluegrass Stitcher, Lisa and Crystal, Stitch in the Dream, Sharon and Tony, my friends, and myself. We visited this shop when we took a little, had a little get together at Little Nashville, Indiana. And then we went over here and visited her, and we had a great time. It was just a great time. And she was lovely and had a lot of items. And the other shout out I want to do, Jean Farish for Floss Tube. She has been around for a while. She's a designer. And again, she is one of those people you can really learn from. You know, when you hear something and you don't get it, she is amazing. And I've asked her questions. She's very gracious to answer. She just is lovely. And I've learned a lot from Jean. So if you're looking for a floss tube, or, you know, looking to add to your group that you've got, check out Jean Farish. She is just lovely. And the other person I want to do a shout out for is Stitchy Sarah. Now, she's here in Ohio. She did get to go to StitchCon last year, and she has started a floss tube, and she does an excellent job. Really lovely. So please check out Stitchy Sarah. Then I've also been, when I stitch, I love to listen to books on tape. I don't know, I know a lot of people watch TV. I just really can't. Like, I can't be looking at TV and stitching, because then my count's off and I'm in a hot mess. So I love to listen to books on tape. And I have been listening to, and I like, B.A. Paris is an author. I don't even know if I wrote that dark enough so you can see it. But the author's name is B.A. Paris. And she writes psychological thrillers. And I'm listening to one now, and I think I've listened to just about all of hers, and they were great. I mean, I really liked them. So if you're thinking about how can I stitch more and learn a lot and just have a good time, check out B.A. Paris for an author, because she's great. And I strongly recommend the books on tape, or they're on CD, but I just do them from the library, and they're really good, and it makes the time go by a little bit quicker for you. Now, I am going to show you my haul. And this isn't even all of it. I mean, I'm really embarrassed to show this and it not be all of it. This is, I gotta put my glasses on. Oh, I found them. I'm ahead of myself. This is, I joined the Fabric of the Month from Be Stitch Me, and it was recommended to me by Sharon. She said that this fabric is wonderful. Now, on there it looks gray. It is not at all gray. It's a taupe. it is a taupe. That is so weird to me. I don't understand why. I don't understand why it would not show up. But this is a taupe. It's called Bedrock. This is a 40 count. Because what I also learned with doing the round robin is I like the 40 count. And I had never stitched on 40 count. So if some of your friends, you know, stitch on different than you do, you know, you can just learn. Maybe you would like it. But this is a 40 count. So I've started buying 40 count. And I really do love this. I can't wait to pick out something to put on it. So again, this is Bee Stitch Me. And it is the fabric of the month. And I went with the neutrals. I think they do have a color. You can go with the colored ones as well. But I like neutrals. So I went with the neutrals. I got this on Stash. Actually, I wanted it. And it was one of the where you get the design and everything. And they kit the whole thing up. But they had sold out. So I was too late. And somebody said, hey, Delisha, I got two. And I can sell you one because my sister didn't want one. So this is a hands-on design. Tomato, tomato. I just think this is the cutest darn thing. And I got this. Now, I bought this jar at Hobby Lobby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my tomato, tomato. And I'm going to go get some pin cushions, the little tomato ones, and fill this. And then my tomato, tomato, I'm going to try to hang. I'm going to get rid of this green ribbon and try to hang like a, I don't know, twine or something on it. And fill this with old pin cushions. I love anything that is old and has been loved. I just love the character of it. This says, homemade quality goods, established 1926. Now, my mama was born in 1913, and if this said 1913, I probably would have peed my pants because I'd have been so thrilled. So if you ever see anything 1913, let me know because, you know, my mama was my bomb. So, but that's what I'm going to do with that. I love me a redheaded witch. So this is All Hallows Eve, and look at her. She's got the cat, the broom, the cattails. I love this. Love this. So I got this. This is Lila's Studio, All Hallows Eve. And I just love her. I just fell in love with her. The reason I got this is Luminous Fiber Arts. And counting is hard. For me, it is hard. But what I'm looking to do is I'm probably going to take some pieces. I don't know that I'll do this as a whole piece. I might just take a few pieces off of it. I might not use the words. I love the tomato, the bobbin, you know, the ripper. Me and the ripper are close. So I might just use that. But I like the little bird. So what I'm looking to do when I buy things now really is just what can I take off of there? And maybe don't do the whole thing, but just do a part of it and use it. So I thought that was so cute. This one, this is a Teresa Kogut, and you guys have all seen this one before. It is this Halloween Quaker? I think it's Halloween Quaker. Oh, it's Silo Witches Quaker. Ooh, I like it better than I thought I did. Silo Witches Quaker. And I know I'm a freak of nature, but I love history and genealogy and everything. So when I think of a witch, I just think of a woman that was an herbalist. That, you know, they didn't let women go to school. So I don't think of witches maybe in the way everybody else does or you're supposed to or anything. But I love witches because I think they were women just... They couldn't be a woman doctor, you know, until Dr. Quinn showed up, but that was later on. So in the beginning, I just think women healed their families with medicines and stuff that they made. And I just love the thoughts of that, bringing nature in. And look how much holistic we're using now. So I just love it. Okay, I love, love, love this. This is a blackbird. And can you see that good? I love that. I love that cushion. And it's called Hats Off to Uncle Sam. So, you know, and another thing I like about these blackbirds, like it shows you how to, you know, string that on the back so that it's really tight and good. You really, when you look at some of these, you just learn so much, I think, from reading your patterns sometimes. But again, this is Hats Off to Uncle Sam, and I love this one. Now, this I definitely got on Stash Unloading. This is Blackbird Sailing Home. Can you see that? Okay, and what I'm thinking, tell me your all's thoughts. You probably can't see, but these are sailboats up here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but those are sailboats. So it's like on a wave. It's like that flower is a wave. So this was stitched in 1926 by Paul Bernard Williamson, the original. So what I'm thinking about doing, I thought about using some of the people from the Mayflower that was done. Was that just this past year? And my family came over on a boat called the Marigold. So I'm thinking about putting the Marigold down here with the date that they came over and trying to use a boat off of the Mayflower sampler and put on there. Let me know what you think, because I really want to honor, you know, my past family, and that's what I was thinking on this. Let me know your all's thoughts on that. Okay, and that's not even nearly a quarter of the stuff I've bought. And of course, I want to stitch all of it. If not, I've told my husband, Mod Podge my coffin. Put me in something, Mod Podge all these photos, because I really want to do them. The last thing I want to show you, I'm so excited. I love Anne of Green Gables. I just love Anne of Green Gables. I love the movie, the books, and look at this. I mean, I love this just because I love her so much. Now, the zipper pull has a little stagecoach, and there's a little heart down here that says Made with Love. And this is Jenny Armstrong and Lanky Yankee. But she made this, and I just love it. I love it. Love it. And my friend Susan Coates, who works at Keepsakes, you can call and order these. Now, Keepsakes is a great LNS. I'm so lucky. Barbara is so kind that we can go in there and sit and stitch, and it's a real community. It's just lovely. But Susan Coates works with her, and I guess it was at StitchCon, she had Ohio bags. Well, hello, I'm Kentucky Sass. I know I'm in Ohio now, but I'm still Kentucky and I'm still sassy. So I asked Susan, could she please put her Southern hat on and make me a bag? And I mean, I am in love with this bag. Look at that. And I was telling my husband went with me to pick these up today, and I told him, I said, because he's from New York, so I might ask Susan, if you're listening, Susan, I might ask you to make me a New York bag and also an Arizona bag, because, you know, that's where we hooked up, was in Arizona. So, do you just not love that? I mean, could you die? Love it. And Susan has, and she has a bag that she stitches with that had the chickens on them. Okay, well, you know, chicken is the bird. The chick is the bird. So she made me this one. And look at this handle. Is this the perfect? Look at that. Is that perfect? I mean, it's got the red stripe on it. I don't know if you guys can see it good, but look at this. I'm in love with this. I love the roosters and the chicken, and I love everything about this bag. And it's called Cross Stitch Fancies. And on Instagram, she is X Stitch Fancies, Fancies. And her name is Susan Coates. And Susan, again, is one of those people that just knows, she just instinctually knows how to do stuff. Just so creative. I mean, just so creative beyond words, really. But I love it. Okay. Well, that is what I have for today. Next time, I did go to the Salvation Army, and I went to a garage sale today. So the next time I'll be showing you what I picked up there, because I think I can use them and really get some cute, some cute finishing things. This past, actually last month, it has been a week today that I had eye surgery. Now, I don't know if you can tell it, but I had really droopy eyelids, and it was affecting my vision. So I went and I had eye surgery, and it's been 1 month today, and I actually did really well. I did not bruise as bad as some people that I've seen, and swell and stuff. I was really blessed. So hopefully, instead of being off one or a half one, which is usually my jam, I will be able to stitch without being off. Yay! So I'll be so happy if that happens. But anyway, I did really well, so it was not painful. If you guys want to ask me any questions about that, if anybody's thinking about it, I have 20/20 vision, but I could not see to drive at night. It was really hard for me, and when it was raining, I just wouldn't go out at night. But they said it was affecting 25 or 30% of my vision. And they said, really, I might still be a little bit swollen, and I haven't worn makeup because they told me not to for a while. I think now I could wear makeup, so I'll be doing that in the near future. But anyway, if you have any questions about that, it was no pain. I loved it. I would definitely do it again. And I think I was only there like 2 hours. So, but I can tell a difference in my vision. So I want to thank you guys for letting me shoot the breeze, and I hope you are excited and having a great Labor Day weekend. The weather here in Southwest Ohio is so nice. I mean, we're supposed to get rain, and it was supposed to rain today, but so far it's held off, and the breeze is lovely. I mean, just to sit outside, wow. So enjoy the day God has given you, and I say stay stitchy, my friends.